Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys can join. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the like button right here. Correct. Right here, the like button. Okay, what we're going to talk about today is five steps that new real estate investors need to understand. Pretty much 5 steps. I'm just going to jump right into them. Basically, not going to waste any of your time. All right, the first thing new real estate investors need to understand is that the number one, I would say, rule in real estate: location, location, location. You have to understand that. The reason being is because if you're looking at a property, that property is based on comps, and the comps around the area have to support that particular property that you are buying. You have to. That is a very key point. Stay away from bad neighborhoods. Stay away from neighborhoods that are not, I would say, have any potential for upward market growth. Long story short, let's cut to the chase. If you only have a certain amount of money, you can only afford a certain house, and it is in a bad neighborhood, pass. Don't do it. Trust me, been there, done that. You're going to have a big headache, and you're going to find yourself in a very challenging spot. You're going to get in, but you can't get out. You're not going to get the money that you want out of it, and the whole deal is going to go not a good idea. So the second thing is, for new real estate investors, is understanding and factoring all the costs of repair, purchasing the asset, getting it ready, renovating the asset, holding the asset if it's going to be a long-term hold, and factoring all the costs that are involved in that. I'm not talking about just the mortgage and the property tax. I'm talking about repairs. I'm talking about things that come out of the blue that are so unexpected you will not imagine. I'll give you an example. Tree in the neighbor's backyard falling down into your backyard. And that property is owned by a landlord that is MIA. Who's going to pay for that? Looks like you'll be paying for that very large tree that fell into your backyard, because that's going to be, right now, your responsibility. That's just a quick example. Factor in everything that's, basically make a slush fund. Slush funds should be able to say 20% of your renovation budget. If your renovation budget for the particular property is $100,000, you should have $20,000 left over for a slush fund for emergencies and overages and anything that can go wrong, i.e., you might need to pull additional permits and things along those lines. So let's move on with number 3. Number 3 is manage your expectations. A lot of new real estate investors get into real estate and assume that they're going to make a lot of money up front, and that's not the case. Real estate is a long-term hold. It's something that when you get in, it has value, but that value is something that takes time to build. To build that equity, value equals equity. It takes time for that to grow. And you have to understand that. The days of 2007, 2008, when you could flip a house in 30 days, those days are over. Say Sarah, Sarah. And the next thing I want to talk about is becoming a real estate investor for the wrong reasons. If you're in it for the money, real estate is the wrong game to get into, trust me. If you're just in it for the cash, if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't have a passion for real estate, either design portion, construction, or whatever interests you in the whole house buying process or the renovation process, if that doesn't drive you, you're going to sell out really quick, because it's very capital intensive. You're going to spend so much more money. And some of you watching this video are new investors, and you want to say, hey, Wallstreetbravado, how do I get into real estate? I'll tell you right now, 2 things that you need to have. Do your homework. Number 1 is get your credit score up, preferably over 700, and to purchase your first property. Depending on what city you're in, depending on what town, location, you're going to have down payment, closing costs. That can run you, depending on the price of the house, it can run you altogether 10, 15, 20 grand. But for starters, $100,000 house, I would have about closing costs and down payment, about 10,000, 10 to 12,000 should cover it. So that gives you a gauge. So save up between 10 to 12,000. If you can save more, that's good. Get your credit score up to 700 for the new guys. And the next term, something I spoke about earlier, a long-term hold. The way to make money in real estate is to hold, buy and hold long, and have those tenants pay off your mortgage. Some investors have a plan where they'll go in with 30-year fixed, and then they break it down to a 15-year fixed, and have those payments accelerated, therefore paying off that asset even quicker. So that's all. That's all I had today. This is gonna be quick. I did not get into a whole lot of detail. I just skimmed the surface. And stay tuned. 2020, we're gonna have a lot of videos out. I'm gonna be putting videos on a weekly basis and getting into a lot more topics regarding wealth, regarding real estate, regarding investing, basically anything involving money. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Smash the like button.